welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So today I thought I would do general what I'm eating at the moment. I'm really trying to look after myself. I have just been on a really wonderful all-inclusive holiday to Turkey and it was so lovely. I had so much fun with my family. But I feel like it's July and I'm using my soup maker. More on that to come in the video. But yeah, I feel like on holiday I was having a couple of glasses of wine here and there. I was having lots and lots of desserts. But I feel like that's what an all-inclusive is all about. However, because I don't do that very much anymore, especially with things like alcohol and tons of like real sugary stuff, I've really found it's had an impact on my mood, genuinely. How I do things is 80-20, so 80% try and live like whole foods, good food, and the other 20% don't care. So like it might be major ultra processed chocolate eclairs full with cream or stuff like that. However, on holiday it was getting a bit 50-50 and I really saw the impact it had on my mood, genuinely. And I was very bloated, like my whole body was bloated because it was like retaining water, and I really enjoyed myself. But by the end of that holiday I was thinking I really feel like I need a detox. As I said, when you are like me, you go 80-20%, so just reducing all that stuff quite a lot, you realise how much better you feel all the time. Like, however, that's by the by. I'm back now and I've gone on a little bit of a detox. I've been having lots and lots of good food, lots of green tea, most importantly lots of sleep. Trying to catch up on my sleep. But yeah, so I've just had breakfast. As you've seen, I had scrambled egg and avocado on toast. I did pop to my community hub this morning and I picked up some free bits. If you don't know, I have spoke about it before. Lots and lots of places around the UK do these like community hubs where people go and rescue food, and the food rescued is put into these community hubs and you can go and take it home. So it's food that the supermarkets are throwing away. So you often find at these community hubs tons and tons of bakery stuff. So like all the breads, biscuits, stuff like that, like loads of loose vegetables. I can't tell you how many loose vegetables are put into my community hub. Like crates of potatoes, crates of peppers. Peppers is a big one. Mushrooms, random things like seasonal things. Ooh, the soup maker is doing its thing. So yeah, when I pop that I do like to make use of it, and I picked up some bits. I picked up some sourdough white loaves, which what I do is I pop straight in the freezer. They're always out of date, but they're not really out of date. It's just the supermarkets can't sell them anymore because of the sell by dates. But I always go for sourdough if I buy it from a supermarket, unless I just make it myself at home. 2 loaves of that today, which I will pop straight in the freezer. I've just taken them out of the packets, cut them into slices, and they'll go into the freezer. I've got a big punnet of mushrooms, which I've washed, stalked and sliced, which again I'm going to pop in the freezer. Mushrooms are super duper expensive and they do last a while, so if you can pick them up for free, great. And then today, as part of my 20%, I picked up 2 packs of triple chocolate M&S cookies. These are my favourite cookies in the world. If you've seen my videos before, you will know that my favourite cookies in the world are the M&S ones. So it was so amazing to see. They had chucked loads out yesterday, so I picked up a couple. I've already had one, hence it being open. I had it after my breakfast, forgot to film. But I'm going to pop these in the freezer, and then when I want to eat them, I'll just reheat them. So yeah, oh, and I also got some on the vine tomatoes, which I'm just going to open, wash and leave on the windowsill. I'm having breakfast and I thought I've got to start off really well today because I had such a bad night's sleep. And I'm having scrambled egg and avocado on toast. I picked up some avocados and some sourdough toast from my local community hub this morning for free. So your community might do it. It's not a food bank, it's called a community hub, which rescues food from being thrown out by supermarkets. So the food is like out of date, but it's not really out of date. It's being thrown out. I did say like a few months ago I won't be buying avocados anymore, and I won't be. However, if I see them for free or being thrown out by this community hub, obviously I'm going to pick them up. So it's good because I do like eating avocados. However, I don't want to buy them anymore because they're so bad on the environment. But yeah, we're both just having a bit of avocado on toast. And a green tea, of course. A chicken stew. I used to do this with Oren. Sorry if my camera's a little bit wonky, but I dropped it just before we went on holiday and it's a little bit skew with, but we'll just figure that out another day. Yeah, I used to do this for Oren when Oren was started to try food. I have to say Jasper is not interested very much in food. I think as soon as he turned 6 months, because we went to Turkey, such a hot climate was a bit of a shock to his system. Anyway, so we didn't really try him on new foods there just because stuff was very spiced and salted and things like that. So it was a little bit difficult for weaning, I will say, for giving a baby food. Oren, absolutely perfect. They had a great children's section. But if you're just introducing a baby to food, you really don't want to like overdo it with like the salt, the pepper, the spices and things like that. So not only that, he wasn't well, and so he wasn't interested. So I would give him like banana and some Greek yogurt and stuff, but he just wasn't interested. He's still not interested. Oren was so interested in actually eating, whereas Jasper is just playing with the food, not that interested in eating it. But that's fine because they say food before 1 is just for fun. They just need to learn about food, textures, flavours, touching it, pulling it, and learning how to use their mouth muscles and stuff like that. So, which is why I thought this stew is such a great idea, because it's got loads and loads of vegetables. Super easy to accidentally swallow some, but in a really safe way because it's like very liquidy. You can get lots of like the nutrients from, because it's like a broil, you can get lots of the nutrients from that. But it's not like, you're not worrying about too much about how much they're actually getting in. He's obviously still having lots and lots of breast milk, and that is keeping him very healthy and happy. So let's not stress about it at all. So yeah, I'm going to make loads and loads of little portions of this chicken stew, but I'm also going to make it for dinner for Lawrence, Oren and I. I'm going to separate this chicken stew into 2 parts, one chicken and rice stew, and the second part chicken and lentil stew. So I've just found these Italian lentils. I will be slow cooking the chicken and the vegetables throughout the whole day. It releases loads of nutrients. Obviously I've used my homemade stock from my stock bag, chicken stock and herbs. I'm going to slow cook it all day. Separate at the end of the day into 2 pots. One pot's going to go rice, one pot's going to go lentils, and that will use up any of the liquids, and then have it for dinner tonight and freeze loads. So let's pour the vegetable stuff from the soup maker into the slow cooker now. Normally I wouldn't do that, but because it's for a baby, I did put it in the soup maker. It does all the work for you basically. Heats it, warms it, and blends it without getting rid of the nutrients. So yeah, let's put what I've put in the soup maker in the slow cooker. Okay, I just, as usual, spend most of my time been organising the house just before we collect Oren, and it's disorganised again, which is always the way with a 3-4-year-old. I thought I'd sit down and talk you through something that I was sent. and I'm so grateful for it because whilst I was away I was sent this called the Ultra Human Ring. And it's an intelligent ring which monitors and tracks your sleep and recovery, your steps, anything like that. So it's a smart ring, and I've got the Ultra Human Air Ring. Mine is in bionic gold. Love it already. So it came when I was away. So when I got back, I was able to open it. So I've only been using it a couple of days, but I thought I'm going to talk about it now while I still have the box. It has been tracking my sleep, my heart rate, my recovery rate, my brain recovery overnight. Someone like me, getting back healthy, like looking after myself a bit more, has been such a triggering subject because back in the day, especially when I was a young teenager, getting healthy was just losing weight. That's all it was, just stop eating, lose weight. And that was it was the trigger to my eating disorder. I'm teaching myself it's not about losing weight, it's just about making better choices with everything about myself. So what I'm consuming, and that could be drinking, eating, but also what I'm seeing and hearing. So if I'm like reading bad news, that can be really damaging to my mental health, or like doom scrolling. I've stopped doom scrolling and just moving my body more, but also tracking things like my heart rate and how much deep sleep I'm getting. Healing my sleep has been such a beneficial journey to myself. I didn't realise how badly I used to sleep. I used to sleep so terribly. I used to have like the most substandard sleep and be like, yeah, fine, and just get on with my day, and not realise like how much of an impact that must have had on me back then, like my mood, my happiness. But yeah, I wasn't taking like vitamins like magnesium. This was when I was much younger, so I suppose I didn't know. But over the years of like overcoming an eating disorder and reframing that to a looking after yourself so you can live a long and healthy life, learning how to sleep properly has been such a major factor of mine. So I always make sure I take my magnesium, plenty of water, I have enough iron during the day, wind down properly, I reduce my blue light properly. This ring is so interesting because it accurately measures all your sleep, so you can wear it at night. It provides actionable health insights daily. Okay, how much deep sleep did you get last night? Okay, that means today, if you want caffeine, just have it within this window because you didn't have much restful or deep sleep last night. So caffeine could affect you now in a not so positive way. So maybe just have caffeine in this window. Like, it's unbelievable. It's basically like this little best friend I'm wearing on my finger. I love it. So I've been wearing it for the last 3 to 4 days. So I'm going to talk about this in a couple of other videos because there are some insights I can't get until I've been wearing it for at least 2 weeks. Don't like to have EMFs running all the time around me. So at night I always have my phone on airplane mode. I never charge my phone near the bedrooms where we sleep because that can really impact your sleep. And it's so amazing because this actually has an airplane mode that you can turn off, but it carries on tracking everything. It syncs up all of your information, all of your sleep, anything. So if you are like me and you don't want to have like a smart thing on you all the time because you're worried about EMFs, don't worry, they have that covered. Right now my stress rhythm is sitting at 85 and I'm stimulated. Do you know what I've been realising? I am stressed quite a lot. Today I have been in a stress state for 1 hour and 5 minutes. I've been in a stimulated state for 4 hours and 30 minutes. Since waking up, it's been non-stop. It's still the morning at the moment, so yeah, I've had about 5 hours of either being stressed or stimulated. I didn't have last night, I didn't have too much restorative sleep. I had quite a lot of light sleep, and I did because last night was one of the hottest nights of the year and I just could not fall into a deep sleep because my body temperature just wouldn't drop enough. Ovulation windows, you can do your cycles and things like that. I don't have a cycle at the moment because I'm breastfeeding. And then it does track things like total steps, your movement, activity, active hours, workout frequency, but yeah, it just so interesting. I'm literally so interested by it. I would love to know if anybody's already got this ring, because please can we add each other, because you can be in a group together. I'd love to. I have got no friends at the moment. Oh, it knows I'm wearing it, so I can't. Anyway, I've just found it so useful. I've got it in gold because gold is my jewellery colour. yeah, I just found it so useful. I've absolutely loved it. It obviously comes in this really nice box. I will link it down below, but I will talk about it in another couple of videos. It's lunchtime. I'm going to make myself a really quick sandwich because we've actually got to leave and go to forest school in a minute to pick up Oren. Jasper had a really long nap. Unintentionally, every time I went in because he woke up, I sort of would breastfeed him and then he'd fall back to sleep. So, and he just kept falling back to sleep, and you know what it's like when your baby's asleep, you can't not. I just had to cuddle him, so I love those cuddles. But yeah, I'm going to make a really quick sandwich. I've got ham in the fridge that needs eating. So ham, mozzarella, rocket and balsamic. I would have tomatoes, but I've only got these plum tomatoes, and I really just want like finely sliced tomatoes, so it's quite hard with plum. Okay, I've got like no time to eat this. I've got a very, very small window to eat this. I'm still not that hungry from breakfast. I just realised it's my second time of the day having balsamic glaze, but that is a good sandwich. It smells lovely in here. It smells pretty autumnal. It smells gorgeous, the slow cooker. But what I'm going to do is separate it. So put half in this pot, and this is going to be with the lentils, and then I'm going to put rice directly into the slow cooker to cook with the chicken stew. And you can shred the chicken. It's really easy for a baby to eat. Okay, lentils and chicken are ready first. The lentils and chicken are delicious, really, really nice. So I'm gonna have a bowl of that, so is Oren, and you're gonna try some. Yeah, you can add a little bit of like cream or cheese to this. Cheese would go really nicely actually. I'm not going to because I'm not sure how this one is with dairy, so I'm not going to. The chicken and rice, which is in the slow cooker, the rice just takes a little while because all the liquid needs to seep into the rice, so it just takes a little while. So I think we're going to crack on with the lentils. So with the chicken and rice, in order to freeze it, I freeze it in breast milk bags just because that's so handy. But obviously breast milk bags, you don't want to put hot food in them. So what I do is I transfer this to a large bowl, put it straight in the fridge for overnight, and then in the morning I will separate it into breast milk bags and then freeze it. And in terms of reheating it on a saucepan with a bit of hot water and yeah, high temperatures is the way I do it. It's always fun introducing your children to food, but the clearing up of a high chair is... it's just not the best, is it? It's just not fun. It gets so messy, doesn't it? I forgot about this. I remember it with Oren though for a good 2 years, just like the high chair being like, yeah.
My Fox's baby doesn't have a name yet.
Fox's baby doesn't have a name yet?
Yeah.
Oh.